Sophie Turner is one of the actresses on HBO's Game of Thrones. She is Sansa Stark, and she had some interesting things to say about her success and her career recently during an interview with Porter magazine. Now, she built a pretty big social media following, and she says that because of that social media following, she has gotten roles over other actresses who are actually more talented than she is. So here are her quotes. She says, "A lot of what I have achieved is about timing and luck, but it is also, and I hate to say it, about a big social media following." She says, "I auditioned for a project and it was between me and another girl who is a far better actress than I am, far better, but I had the followers, so I got the job. It's not right, but it is part of the movie industry now." So because of Game of Thrones, she swiftly built a social media following. Just to give you some numbers, with Twitter, it's 1.34 million followers, Instagram 5.4 million, and with Facebook, it's 2 million. So I think that's a really interesting admission from her, because I think that most of us know that, but people don't admit it.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things here that are important societal trends. So first off, let's just be clear that I think she's also being humble, because we have no idea who's the better actress, right? Her or the other person who auditioned. She doesn't know. I think she's being nice by saying that.
This is a nice, change from what we're hearing from some of our leaders in the U.S.
Now it feels shocking when someone's humble.
Yeah.
But yeah. But let's take for granted that what she's saying is actually true, that the other person was better. I'm not overly surprised by that, but think about it. They're in media, what do you want? You want more people to watch you, whether it's a movie, it's a TV show, etc. So if people are already more popular, they might get more people to watch them. And why do the celebrities get so much money in the first place? Because they have more fans.
Right.
So it's not that outrageous, but, and by the way, her Twitter followers and all that stuff now is gigantic, but it was already pretty large. That's why she got the job. Right. Then after she got the job, they took off like a rocket. But she already had a good presence. That's what she's talking about on these social media platforms. Now the problem is, especially if you want to get big on it, if you want to get big on it, Twitter, say controversial things. You want to get big on Instagram, show your body. I'm just keeping it real, okay? Especially me, they love my body. If you want to get big on Facebook, do viral hits. And of course, being a celebrity helps on all these counts. Being attractive helps on all these counts. But it does create some wrong incentives.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, and you're right. I mean, if you're making good points on social media, I think it's far less likely that it will go viral. And you're absolutely right about Instagram, which it is what it is. There is a market out there for racy photos, right? If you're a woman specifically, and that will build a following a lot quicker. But it just kind of sucks. Look, this isn't something new. As you mentioned, we've always had an issue where name recognition outweighs the importance of talent. And in this case, name recognition is kind of solidified based on how many followers you have on social media. It does create bad incentives. And interestingly enough, she admits that as well. So she talked about how she used to post political things on social media, and then she realized, oh wait, there are people paying attention to what I'm doing, and some people are actually getting offended by some of the things I'm posting. Let me give you her exact statement. She said, "I was a 15-year-old girl writing rash political stuff that would get a negative reaction, and my team would tell me to take it down. Now I am learning to keep my mouth shut." I mean,
so that's kind of annoying too, actually. Yeah. Because so now that's the other side of it. Like if you want to get big on social media, say crazy things. Yeah. If you're already big, oh my God, don't give me your real opinion because that might offend somebody. So I think there needs to be a better balancing act. But this isn't just about actors. I have a friend who's got teenage daughters, and all of a sudden they're taking racy pictures. Why? Because it gets more thumbs up and likes and stuff on Instagram. So yeah, already at very young ages, look, if you want to brag about how many likes you got, right? Or how many hearts you got, and what's gonna get you more hearts? If you have a racy picture.
You're such a dad.
I know, but it's true.
No, I like that you say how many hearts you get.
What isn't that? Don't you?
Yeah,
I know, but you press the heart.
It's just call it likes.
Okay. Can you, gee, I wonder if I'm big on Instagram. No, nobody's interested in seeing my hairy chest. Nobody's hearting me there.
Oh, man.
Anyway, and look, in the political sphere, I mean, I just call it what it is, right? I mean, how did Tomi Lahren become something? She's an attractive person who says outrageous, hideous things. People love to hate her. People want heels, and she's a heel.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a lot of positive followers. She has a huge amount of people who can't stand her. But you know what it did? It worked. It worked. There's cameras following her everywhere, and now she's like a big name for what? She actually was her show. Remember, she had a show on The Blaze. Was it popular? No one knows. No one has ever given numbers on it, right? So for all we know, no one watched her, right? Is there any evidence that she got ratings anywhere? None, right? Now she works for a Trump super PAC, right? What is that? She's just a literally paid propagandist. She has no actual credentials, but she says terrible things about black people, and everybody's like, Jesus, can you believe she said that? And next thing you know, she rises up. All the wrong incentives.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I would rather not get as much fame, I guess, and say things that I actually believe and things that I think are actually productive, as opposed to growing a following of people that despise me. That doesn't sound fun. I mean, yeah, you make money off of that, right?
They do. So whether it's an actress who has more social media followers getting a hugely important role, are you kidding me? Getting a role on Game of Thrones, that's life-changing.
Right.
Right? Or political pundits who, by the way, will get paid either by the PACs or for the speeches that they do, and they can command a higher speech rate, not based on their intelligence or even their popularity, but based on how well they're known. And if you say terrible things, you'll be better known.
Exactly.
So the market rewards things that it probably should not reward, and that's the situation we're in. Look, I appreciate Sansa Stark bringing up this conversation, and she's not the bad guy here at all, and she was wonderfully honest about it, and it is a real phenomenon in the whole country, not just for stars. Help us build independent media together. Come join us, tytnetwork.com/join.